Jeremy Sockman here with a look at a movie about a place and a time that are no longer anything like the place and time in which they were made. The place is in the title, but the time is in the year it was made. It's Times Square from 1980, starring Tim Curry, and this one shows you a world that doesn't exist anymore. But does that mean its message doesn't exist either? Let's take a look. Nikki and Pamela are just two regular teenage girls that happen to meet up at a mental hospital while under examination for neurological problems. Nikki's a wild child who plays her guitar in alleys and shouts at people, while Pamela is the daughter of a big-time city councilman running a campaign to clean up Times Square. They might go together like oil and water, but when Nikki reads Pamela's diary, she realizes that what the gal needs is some serious me time. So she convinces her to run away and become a street person.
Ourselves, because we know better than them what we want. We'll show that we are human beings and not dogs.
While Pamela's pops desperately tries to find her, the two gals live life as large as they can, crashing in an old warehouse down by the river, shoplifting, hanging out in sketchy bars, hustling, taking jobs in topless dancing clubs on the promise of not actually have to get topless, and breaking TVs that don't get all the channels they want. Seems like a radio DJ Johnny LaGuardia admires their chutzpah and reads stories about them on the air, making them folk heroes. But Nikki lets that go to her head, and when Pamela encourages her to form a punk rock band, she blasts her tunes wherever she can. But when Pamela decides she'd like to go home now, Nikki loses it. She hijacks the radio show with a cry for help, and with a bit of teenage reconciling, they decide the only thing left to do is, spoiler alert, throw a big rooftop concert for all their fans. So with a legion of teenage girls dressed in garbage bags and bad eye makeup, Nikki sings a song. But before she can get arrested for making a public nuisance of herself, she crowd surfs. Take that, Fuzz! Now it's not 1980 anymore, and Times Square isn't even Times Square. It's really more of a polygon. But the problem with this one isn't a simple misnomer, it's a fundamental lack of understanding of what mental illness is. You see, Nikki, clearly manic-depressive and a danger to herself and others, and Pamela, just depressive, don't need professional help or medication in this world. They just need a little freedom. It's not a chemical imbalance or poorly wired brain that causes all of their lashing out, thieving, or self-destructive behavior. It's just not having a punk rock outlet. The director, Allan Moyle, obviously doesn't believe in the mental health profession as anything other than a stifling bunch of clueless scientists who just don't understand, man. He thinks that just letting people do whatever they want is the best solution. Dangerous schizophrenic? Just give them a set of drums. Violent delusions? Take a bass. Tendency to self-harm? Have a gitbox. Inability to control your impulses? Just sing that away. Old Allan wants you to believe that music can heal better than any pill or expensive psychotherapy session.
All I want to do is talk with my daughter, all right?
I ain't telling you a thing, mister.
Look, she needs medical attention and other things you don't know anything about.
Yeah, well, if you're so smart, how come you didn't stop her shakes? I did.
Sorry, Allan, but not every problem can be solved with some out-of-tune shouting and 3-chord repetition. Sometimes we need help. And the first step to healing is realizing that we have a problem. That's why I'm Jeremy Sockman, and I'm giving the dangerous anti-mental health help-seeking story that is Times Square a hard pass.
They tell me I'm crazy. But the truth is, I just know bullshit when I see it.
It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just up? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a sex that's bringing me down. I went to a